Hello, you're welcome to another episode of our weekly insights. Today we have decided to do something different from the normal analyzing of the market. Now we want to analyze the players in the market. We are a team of 4 ladies. As part of the population that contributes to this financial market, we'll be discussing a few things that really help with our presence in the market, what it's like being part and what we are doing well or not well to involve ourselves in good financial habits. So my name is Twine Rehema, appearing with my colleagues.
My name is Nachvila Maria.
My name is Abarangela Shamera. And I'm Lindsay Nakalema.
We are going to be talking about the habits, feminine habits, female habits that are surrounding this area of financial discipline. And I'll start with a term that we have come to associate with very much, and that's girl math. It's a term that has been coined to excuse certain financial habits that you'd ordinarily, it's not the right thing to do, but I mean, you need an excuse for you to take that wrong decision. So you're going with the flow. But the best you can come up with is, this is my girl math. So each of us is going to give a scenario of what girl math sounds like to them, what they do practically, and justify that way. For me, it's money I was not expecting. Even if I had budgeted for something and someone gives me the money, that means I've earned free money. So if my partner gives me money to go to the salon and I had budgeted for it, that means I have extra income on me and it's something I need to spend. And I'll justify it anyway. So, Maria?
My scenario will be in terms of money that we are given. If someone sends you money on mobile money, you're like, after all, I didn't work for it, so I'm going to spend as much as I could.
Mine will not come from expenditure. It's something I think all ladies go through. Yeah. For example, you're seeing my hair right now. So normal girl math. If I plant my hair this week, by the time the month ends, it will be old. After I have an event, let me remove my hair, put Viswahili, or do like something simple so that I buy more time. I would take it as girl math because someone will tell you, I'll just do a wig in Tambulidewo. But at the same time, someone would say, I want a wig. Wigs are expensive. So you look at yourself in that. Is your budget able to handle it or not? But Munang, this hair thing.
Actually, mine also doesn't fall so far away from yours. I'll also do the same thing. When I have to do my hair, I'll find that if I've planned, for example, to have it for example, 2 months.
Yeah.
So if I, at any one point, maybe take it out, like in the middle, for example, like halfway the month.
Yeah.
When I do that other hairstyle, I'll be like, oh, this one at least will take me another. But you've not accounted for the one that you've erased and plaited new hair. So, but then also with salary, like you're receiving salary.
Yeah.
And so if I have like a side gig and I've done my gig on the side and received money, I'll be like, this is my money to eat. You get instead of actually planning for it and putting it aside and being like, okay, this is my total income that I've received. So I'm going to account for it the same. So
interesting. So the other thing I could think about is how we buy products, especially when you see, a good lipstick, a good bag, you're like, this is trending. So the math is that this is trending, so I need to get it now. Yeah, you didn't budget for it, you didn't, you don't even have money set aside for it, but you'll just do it because every girl is having this bag now, so it's time to buy it.
Even when you go to town, you've gone with an intention, I'm going to buy heels, I'm going to buy this. And then you see something cute and like, oh, let me take this. Let me take this. Oh, I didn't buy skincare. Let me take this. Forgetting you've gone over your budget that you had actually planned for.
So for me, I believe that sometimes it's a good thing. Sheme's math kind of adds up.
but then there is also that excuse of, yes, I work for this money, so I have to spend it.
I have to spoil
and
myself.
we do not get, I wish we could have that knowledge of making sure that we save part of that money to work for us. as a form of an investment.
So this idea of girl math, I think it's psychological, that you want an excuse for your bad habit that you've already identified is something you need to change. And it's good, at least that from this conversation, at least for some, they are positive, that, I'm trying to save time to be able to spend later, which is a good habit. So sometimes the math, if it's on the positive end of things, well and good. If it's on the negative end of things, maybe it's a habit we need to ensure that you do away with over time, because ultimately, the money will still be there. The product you want to buy will still be there. So you just have to make sure you have taken enough time to think about it and you make the choice that you want to make. But also this idea of girl math has its shortcomings, because it sounds like, it's an unserious thing girls do. Like, when it comes to girls, our math is bad, so we're going to get away with this. And it would be wrong, especially in reference to people that put in the time and effort, the girls that have put in the time and effort to do better. So I think this is a term we need to do away with and make our math better. It could be girl math that is for investing, girl math for saving. Yeah, and it should still be a good thing. So that would really be the starting point of one of the myths about saving, that, for the girls, it's like we need to take a back seat when it comes to these financial responsibilities, financial discipline, among other things. So I want you ladies to tell us some of the financial myths that you've had over time and you would like to, you would really want to see leave the market, leave people and their habits. Yeah.
One of which that has always prominently come up is, I earn so little, so I cannot invest or save. I don't think there's ever going to be money that will be enough for everyone. Ideally, let's start small and invest, because big portfolios or people who have saved enough money and have invested started small.
Yeah,
So,
and also saving is a habit. So you want to develop the habit even when you have little money, so that as the money grows, it's already something that's part of your
Yeah, so that's that whole myth of I cannot save because I earn little should really go away. Yeah.
To add on what she just said, it's something I personally started last year. So, for instance, if you're investing in a unit trust fund, you may have your main account. That's basically an account that's keeping your money. But you need to have an emergency fund. For instance, if you're having like a renovation project, or you're saving for your little child's school fees, or you're saving for a trip you want to take with your friends, you can simply create simple emergency funds where you keep, throwing in some money. You get 100K or sulayo like once in a while in these different emergency funds you have. Even if your car got knocked down, you have somewhere to pull from that is separate from your main account.
For me, I think also to add on to that, people thinking that you ought to be like a millionaire or something to start to save or invest your money in a unit trust. For example, now with a Cornerstone unit trust, you don't even need like 100 million or something. You can start as low as 100,000 shillings and grow that, but then also it can help you manage your daily expenses, just like Sheme said. You can put in that money and say, maybe whatever interest I earn at the end of the week or at the end of the month is what I'll be using to punch into my utilities, paying bills, transport, fuel, and all those other things. So the unit trust, but then also planning. Planning is a very important thing. Like most cases, before we even get the money, we have already spent it in our minds. Like you've already planned, I'm going to burn the sunscreen, all those things. But yeah, it's very important to plan our money and know, and also be disciplined about our planning. Like plan and then be obedient to the plans that you have put across. Don't plan and then you're like, okay, let me first push this one aside. I'll come back to it later. So for me, it's been planning, but also maintaining that discipline. When it comes to that.
Just to top up on what she said, the planning bit, even if you're to plan for something, for instance, salary has come in, 360 maybe goes to transport. This is going to home equipment, resources, and all that, you'll be like, I think let me put a simple bit of it aside.
Yeah.
Even when someone sends you 50K, you're not going to spend all that 50K. Put like a 10K somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, at least they've given me 50K, but I've kept a fraction of this money somewhere, and it will keep on building with time. Yeah. But that's someone sends you money. Let me order for Glovo.
There is also another myth, which I believe sits so deeply in all of us. We identify emergencies with whatever we need to do in the moment that we didn't plan for. So she has talked about an emergency fund, but I'll look at my emergency fund or even not have one, and I'm thinking, okay, I have a wedding this weekend, I hadn't bought a dress, that's an emergency I need to clear. Yet, actually, when you talk about emergency funds, we are thinking about in case of an emergency like losing your job, in case of an emergency like you need to clear a medical bill of someone that you had not planned for. Our parents, black tax is really part of us. You have somewhere you can tap into, and it's not really clearing your savings in that moment. For example, if you lost your job today, you should be able to at least afford your rent for the next 3 months as you reorganize yourself. So I think we also have a misconception when it comes to the issue of what exactly is an emergency. I can set up the fund, but when you consider my emergencies, it's things like, I woke up very hungry today, I deserve Javas. So I guess that's something we also have to do better about. And then there is also the part of, let me eat my money. The ones I leave will make their own money. Life is short. Abasika baja koleza we. Those are some of the statements we make to justify our financial habits that are really not what we would be going for.
But it's okay to have, go out once, but wise.
Once you've planned for it, 100%. So as we close this, I want each of you to give us one simple life hack you've come up with that is helping you with either planning or saving, and what you're doing better now that you know more about this industry.
So my life hack has always been the 24-hour rule. Before I spend, I always have to sleep on it. I'm a big spender of perfumes.
Yeah.
So anytime I want a good perfume, I'll go back and sleep on it. And if the following day I want it, I'll buy it. But if I don't, I would definitely save that money on my unit trust.
So my life hack has been having separate accounts, and not just any account, but a unit trust fund that gives you a very good rate. And all these separate accounts could be the different recurring expenses you're having in a period of time. So you should make sure that all these accounts you're having are generating interest for you independently, so that you know this account is yielding at this is yielding at that is yielding at this, besides your main account that is, carrying the largest portion of your investment.
Mine has been to save before actually spending. Many times people are spending the money instead of, actually that is what most of us do.
True.
Most of the times. You've spent all the money and then you think about saving when you're left with nothing or little to nothing. So my biggest hack has been to save the money, and like Sheme said, put the savings in an interest generating account, a unit trust, so that you can earn from it, so that your savings are growing, as opposed to it just sitting in a bank account and not doing anything for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is a question to you viewers. Do you really need 5 pairs of shoes in different colors, the same kind, because they are so cute? Do you need 10 bags? Yet they are all bags you take to work, and then you wake up the following day and we are having a new trend and you want to change all of them, and you've not even utilized the value of all those things that you bought. What I normally do is that at the start of the year, I look at things I use daily and say, okay, these are my work bags. I need to have like 3 of them. They'd be enough for me to interchange once in a while. And I'll ensure that those are in order, or I'm adding 1 to the collection and I'll be good for the year. Unless anything comes up, that is not a program I'm going to change to purchase an extra 3 bags. The same thing for the shoes, really. And the same thing for some of the things that are recurrent. If it's lip gloss, you don't need 5 brands of lip gloss. They do the same job. So you can have 2. If you've planned better, you can do, 3 of them, and they're going to take me for a certain period of time. Otherwise, you don't need like 5 of the same thing at any given time that you're not even using. And you end up giving away or they expire before you use them. So I hope this is an episode that we all reflect about to see what we can do better. Financial discipline is a journey. You learn and take these steps one at a time. It takes willingness. So if there is even one habit you can pick, please feel free. We would also like to hear the ones that you have that we would learn from. And we can see how to make each other better. Yeah, thank you for joining us this week. See you again.